was decent.
All right, well, we are going to go ahead and start this off, and we will get your timer started. So go ahead and count it down for me, and then we'll get going.
All right, thank you. Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, everyone, depending on where you're watching this from. My name's DoubleDubbel. I speedrun games, mostly games you've never heard of before. This is just another one of those. Welcome to Disney's Tarzan Untamed, launch title for the GameCube, and the graphics are gonna drive that point home very well. Also, I'm seeing a lot of double puns in chat, which I highly approve of. So, first important speed strat of the run. Don't use a memory card. I'm going to select continue without saving here, because I don't have a memory card. But if you select it while you have a memory card inserted, the game is going to prompt you prompt you and ask to save, even though you've chosen continue without saving. So not using a memory card at all will avoid getting that prompt. So that saves like a good 30 seconds at least, I think. I don't know, I've never timed it. I just immediately realized it was faster to not get that, so we just moved on. Yeah, anyway, I picked the story mode. That's like the any % run of this. Like, I can pick challenges here, which are like, challenge things. But that's not important today. What's important is story mode. This is any %. We're gonna explain what it entails as we go. And, yeah, I'll count it down. I'll count it down from 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So first thing we do, mash A to skip a cutscene. You can skip cutscenes in the first possible frame, and before every level and after every level, there pretty much is one. There's a couple exceptions, but just to be safe, we mash before and after every level. Also, here's the first voice cutscene.
F-Man was F-Man! Everybody look lovely, we've got company!
So yeah, this is the first stage. It mostly revolves around movement optimization. This is a trick called rail sliding. By jumping forward when we're sliding downward, we get pushed forward. Also, I'm grabbing those... I'm punching and... yeah, I'm basically doing everything in midair to avoid...
Check it out, Tarzan.
To avoid animations.
I don't know, but it's freaking me out. Here, you take it.
What am I supposed to do with it?
You got me, but they're all over the place. If you see any more, hang on to them.
So yeah, about the cutscenes. The cutscenes here, these mid-level cutscenes aren't skippable. So I sometimes think to put a donation incentive for the language. Also, harder skip coming up. And we got it! So if you fail it, you walk over to that gorilla on the right-hand side, and it's all very slow, and you get a text box. And that is the first time I've ever gotten it in a marathon. Decent Speedies premiere right there.
Oh, thank you, Tarzan. What's going on? Who's responsible for this?
I'm trying to find out.
The other apes are out searching for the children. They'll help you on your way once you've freed all the little ones.
Also, you see me jump a lot instead of just running forward. There's a little build-up to running speed, which is slow, but if we jump, we can move at running speed while that build-up happens. So it's a little speed trick. We do it a lot. Also another skip here. Alright, didn't get hangless. But yeah, I would have gotten up here if I took the mushrooms, and I would have had to backtrack. So we have shroom skip there to just do that a little bit more optimally. But yeah. Yeah, like the first level has like the most tech to it, really. Also, I'm collecting these things. They're supposed to be film reels. I'll leave it up to you to judge whether they look like film reels or not. Also, I can't throw spears while I have a baby monkey on my back, so I'll have to avoid that boar. Not gonna kill him, because that loses time. Yeah, I'm also taking these baby monkeys with me. But yeah, this is like my 9th or 10th marathon run for this game. And that's the first time I've ever gotten gorilla skip. Which is, yeah, the first skip that I showed. What are film reels doing in the jungle? There's a cameraman. The guy you saw in the first cutscene. He's a cameraman, but he's kind of clumsy. He dropped the film reels everywhere. You like the movement. Oh, there's a lot more movement coming. This is the most prevalent stage type. There's 3 stage types. The other 2 we'll be seeing in the next 2 stages. Cameraman is super irresponsible. I guess he is. Is the cameraman the same cameraman that's following Tarzan right now? The game wants you to believe yes. That it is. Ow, got a hit. Alright, so yeah, when you get hit, your speed gets killed, so I do have to jump to like get that momentum again, but as you can see, I keep moving forward at the same speed, so when I'm jumping, I don't get hit by running animations. Skip cutscene. I don't know why the up next didn't work. I updated the command earlier. I accidentally went into the first stage. Whoops. That's not where we're meant to go. Not yet, anyway. Got a little ahead of myself. Because what we need to do first is go here. Oh, it did. Oh, right, up next. I get it now. Don't mind me, I'm being dumb. First stage 10 times %. Oh god, don't make me make that a category. Unless that means a lot of people start running this game, then I will make it a category. And yes, the trademark Tarzan yell is in this game. So because we saved all the baby monkeys in this area, we get the bungee challenge, and we complete that, so we get help from the gorillas, because the film reels are very important. We need to collect a bunch of them. I'm gonna make my way here. So yeah, we do have to enter this stage again and go through it. What other weird games do I run? I run a couple Mario Party games. Because you know, speedrunning games that are that heavy on RNG is a fantastic idea. Then there's also a game called Hello Kitty Roller Rescue, Trauma Center as well, which may be a little less obscure, but it's obscure as a speedrun at least. Now since I got Gorilla Skip, the text box I would have gotten if I failed it, I will get that here. That's this text box, and then I get another text box that you would normally get. Laughs in Pokemon speedrunning. I mean, I speedrun what I like to speedrun. It's kind of how I pick my games. This is a childhood gem of mine, so that's how I first got into speedrun this game. This is also my first ever game that I speedrun. What about Barbie Dream House? Oh, I really should speedrun a Barbie game, shouldn't I? Seems like my kind of thing to do. Laughs in roguelike. Oh yeah, roguelike are pretty much just as RNG. Also, since we got the film reel with shroom skip, we can take the shrooms normally now. Also, this guy, if you get too close to him, you start a little mini game in which you have to mash B a bunch of times to fill up a bar, and then you defeat him. But throwing a spear instead instantly kills him. So we do that because that's way faster. Also, throw a spear to kill him, throw a spear to bust that open. Now, there's a little light green patch on the ground here, which I use as a visual cue for where to stand here. But yeah, for routing purposes, we do this. We get this here, but the game stores progress as soon as you get it, so get the reel and quit out. Minigame guy %. Oh god, the 1,000 coins from Game Boy category in Mario Party 3. I remember that. Alright, so here's the first surfing stage. And I'm gonna turn into this game into Tony Hawk. Oh, that was a good boost. Got a big momentum boost there. Alright, so I have to get all 8 of the film reels in this stage in a single try. Otherwise we have to redo the stage. Also, notice how I just surfed on that and kind of didn't take damage. I'll explain that a little bit more. Right, and let's jump off with the shove it. See, there's a bunch of tricks you can do in the game as well. Right, so here it is. So this is called back bonking. We're bonking into the wall with the backside of a board, and Tarzan doesn't take damage. Okay, right, that's fine. So back bonking redirects your momentum without losing any speed, and we've theorized that it potentially may even add speed. Alright, I'm doing good on health for now. I'll explain my health by pulling up the hub here. The HUD. Alright, I got hit by the fish twice, now my health is not looking so good. Also, I'm continuously holding up to go fast. Well, yeah, we use back bonking here to avoid damage and to get all the film reels. Now, that's a tricky one to get. You can easily miss it, even though the hitboxes are gigantic. And this was also pretty hard, so I'm gonna focus for a second here. Stop holding up. There we go, we got it. Oh, I didn't even get on the film, on the rail. Nice. Rails are slow in this, which is why I got on this one. Cool. Alright, cool. Got all 8 film reels in a single try. Yeah, that's the, imagine going more faster in the speed run. Hey, this is any percent. We can do anything we like. Alright, so here's stage type number 3. Skiing, except it's an auto-scroller. So I'm gonna meme around with reverse skiing, which actually reverses my controls, while I let Warwick say some things about the marathon and everything, and read out some donations if there are any.
Yeah, so we actually have a few. We have $5 from Cactus Rose Amber. We've got $5 from Michael K saying, let's have an amazing event for the kids. Taterboy09 with a $5 donation saying, let's get this party started and kick cancer's butt. Imagine 303 with a $10 donation. And then a $5 donation from Radio saying, Pog to DoubleDubbel, the very first speedrunner, DS2020.
So yeah, there's certain sections where you can just do nothing and be fine, which is what I showed while the donations were being read. Like here too, like, I can just do nothing and it work. So yeah, this is not a very action-heavy stage. We just need to make sure we get all the 8 film reels and don't derp and miss any. Because again, if we miss any, that's just the routing. That's for routing purposes. Also, just hold left here, and you'll get this. Just a little trick to make that particular film reel 100% free. And yeah, having to redo this stage in particular is bad, because it's an auto-scroller. There's no way to speed it up. You just need to literally wait until you get to the point where the film reel is, and then get it, and only then you can quit out. So I have a visual cue for this. Grind 100 and jump. So yeah, every stage type has their own set of tricks. The platforming stage, the first stage I did, also has them, which I can show off. Skip cutscene again. Okay, cool. I mashed too fast again and selected the same stage. So the game auto selects the next stage. Well, yeah, there are. If you mash, you can actually select the stage you're on before moving on to the next. I sometimes forget about that. Speaking of mash skills, I don't need any here. The threshold for mashing is very low here, and this boar always drains at the same speed. That's a boss fight. Right, so wait for it to transition over, then select it. You don't recall this being in the movie. The story of this game actually takes place after the movie. It is actually specifically mentioned that the story takes place after the original movie. The name of the game is also a reference to the original title of the story by Edgar Rice Burroughs, which is, in full, Tarzan the Untamed. Now that goes completely away with the PAL version of the game, which is named Tarzan Freeride instead. Alright, there's a woman shooting at us. We don't care. We go fast. Also, to answer the question I saw in chat earlier about the film reels. Sorry I didn't answer it earlier. We do need all 8 film reels there. The idea of it is, since we need to go through those stages in full anyway, we might as well grab all 8 film reels. That's just the fastest. The route we have here is... it's routed in such a way, so to explain how the collectibles work, there's 8 in each proper stage, and then there's the bungee challenge, which makes for a total of 25 in each world. The game doesn't call them worlds.
Have you seen the children?
The game doesn't call them worlds, but it clearly divides itself up into 3 different stages of the game. Now, the gorillas from the first world are back here, and we're gonna get their help again. So we don't save the baby monkeys here, because we skipped the bungee challenge. The only purpose of the baby monkeys is unlocking the bungee challenge. Yeah, is unlocking the bungee challenge, and we skipped the bungee challenge for this world, because that only takes away access to 4 film reels. The bungee challenge itself, and then 3 film reels in these stages. So yeah, 25 per world. First 2 worlds totals 50. That's 4 we can get. Totals 46. We need 45 after the first 2 worlds, so we can even skip one. And after the routing we did, we concluded that getting the final film reel in Free the Young, the first stage, was the slowest. Yeah, we just concluded that that's the one we skip, which means we do need all 8 in both skiing stages and the surfing stage. And yeah, because we don't have spears, this is the match beat to fill a bar that I mentioned before. Because we take the death warp, also this is the shittiest jump in the game, I apologize. I'll donate for that swear. I just feel very, very strongly about that jump, I apologize. I know the occasional slip up is fine, but I'm a donate for that anyways. Oh yeah, that jump is just so bad. It's you never even noticed. That's why I usually don't draw attention to it, because it tends to not get noticed. Yeah, I'll donate to the swear jar. Anyway, drawing your attention away from the thing we're not supposed to do. Yeah, you saw me die a few times. Now, this game is fairly formulaic in the sense that
Have you seen the
when there's like one of those monkeys that help you, there's like a split path, and each of those split paths has one film reel before they converge again. We do the split path first because there's no checkpoints, so dying there while in that path takes you back to before the split, so we can go the other way. And as I said before, the game stores progress as soon as you get it. Also, another very tricky jump, but I got it. If you don't get on that rail, and it's deceptively tricky, you can't get the film reel. And as I mentioned before, we need all 8 here. Luckily it's the first one, so if I miss it, it would not be too much of a time loss for marathon standards, but in PB attempts that's a reset. same with this rail. It can easily bounce you off because this game's physics are very stupid sometimes. Yeah, the physics are very stupid. Sometimes the rail can bounce you off, and it bounces you off so far that you can't recover and grab the reel the normal way. So I just land next to the reel and then jump next to it and abuse the gigantic hitboxes that those film reels have. You may have seen it during the run a few times already, where I clearly missed it, but got it anyways because the hitbox is so massive. Ow. Oh Jesus, I'm seeing a lot of gift subs in chat. That's probably community gift subs, and with that in mind, I consider my luck bad enough that I was probably not among that. It's fine though. Congratulations to everyone who got a sub. Oh, was I actually in between that? I don't know. I don't have like, I have chat open, but not anything else. So I can't see like notifications that I got a sub. Also, just casually get all 8 filmers in a single try. The game doesn't really intend for you to do it, which mostly just makes it difficult to do, or not really difficult, but tricky. It makes it tricky to do in a single attempt. I remember the early days of speedrunning this, where it was a big PogChamp to do it, except the runs evolved so much that it's just expected now. There's one thing I love about speedrunning, like things that were considered extremely difficult before are now like just a normal thing, and you're actually like a terrible runner if you can't do it. Like it's something you need to do to get a good time now. So yeah, same thing as before. Now remember this guy, as soon as I land, he throws his lasso at me and I get bound. There's no way for me to avoid that, so we just mash B to fill a bar again, because this game likes doing that, to get out, and then we grab the film reel and do another death abuse. Yeah, I'm seeing my name in chat now, on the mention of who got the film reel. Now I need to stay in the middle here. If I swerve too much, I am liable to miss that film reel. And yeah, again, not saving the animals. This game is perfect, honestly. First you save the animals, then you don't save the animals, and then you feel guilty about it, then you save the animals again. Also, bird punch! No birds were harmed in the making of the speedrun. But yeah, that's the best thing. That's the best thing you can do. Mash B for bar. Yeah, except I'm playing on GameCube, where and anyone who knows GameCube knows how tiny the B button is on that controller. So yeah, this game is available on GameCube and PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 does pretty much the exact same thing, like face button wise. So on PS2 you would have to mash square, and like you press X to jump, and square to punch, and triangle to throw spears, which on the GameCube you do with Y. Oh, do I go for the soft lock? Well, alright, if I get enough underestimate, I'll show off the soft lock you can do here. Or I'll at least try to go for it. It'll depend on how far we get underestimate. Did I set my underestimate to 45 or 47 minutes? I don't remember. Sometimes I do 45, sometimes I do... sometimes I do 45. 45, okay. I guess because it's decent speedies, I don't mind going over estimate if my run is absolutely horrible, so it makes sense for me to have set it to 45 for this. Like, if this were GDQ, I probably would have set the estimate to 50 minutes. And then GDQ would probably turn it up to 55 among that. As long as it's decent. Oh yeah, 45 minutes would be decent. Now, remember the lasso thing. I'm on the edge of the platform so he doesn't throw his lasso. We call that lasso skip because... yeah, you need to stand on the edge to not get in within his zone for him to bind you. If you throw a spear, while you're in his zone, he ignores the spear and throws his lasso anyway.
Hello.
That's the only reason why we call it a skip.
Have you seen the children?
Alright, now I'm gonna throw a spear here. Just to make it easier on my hands. Wow, the first spear missed. Okay, cool. So I was gonna throw a spear so I wouldn't have to punch him, which, you know, makes the button inputs a bit easier on my hands. Now we got the second one. What happens if someone does a world record in this marathon event? If I get world record, I will gift 5 subs. I will gift 5 subs in this channel. I was gonna say I would subscribe myself, but I got a gift sub, so I'll gift 5 subs then. Well, that's a good start. So yeah, this is all they do. Like you can see in the top left and the top right. Top left is my health for this boss fight. Top right is the enemy. So yeah, literally all they do to change this up is 2 hits and add a button to the button combo. And the final fight is gonna do that again. 3 hits and then 5 buttons. Oh, radio's joining me. Is that the bet that we're gonna put on this? When someone world records, we'll gift 5 subs. Yeah, that's the second boss fight. Alright, so a bit of story explanation here. Since there is a story reason for why you need to collect the film reels.
Good show, my boy. These
So
men
there's
just have the answers we
poachers
need.
in the
Let's take a
jungle,
look.
led by a name man Oswald Gardner, who Professor Porter remembers from his time in England. And yeah, the camera and you know, Tantor, being melodramatic as he always is, goes to the elephant graveyard. Jane follows him to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. And yeah, Oswald Gardner and his men are out to kill Tantor to get his ivory, which is worth a lot. As well as kidnap Jane for unknown reasons. But only the elephants know where the elephant graveyard is. So Tantor follows his instincts, and Jane then follows Tantor. The cameraman follows Jane. So all the filming that the cameraman does is what helps us find where the elephant graveyard is, and that is the reason we have to collect the film reels. So yeah, we need 45. I've explained before how we get those. Also, we're back to saving the monkeys again. I was afraid of that. That's actually very bad, because I don't have spears now. And I've actually never been in this position. This has actually never happened before. Alright, that might be 39 dead. It's okay though, we don't really need spears right now. Like, the parts I'm doing right now, I wouldn't be throwing spears anyway. Because you can't, because you have a baby monkey on your back. I don't know if I explained that. You can't throw spears with a baby on your back. Okay, we're fine, because there's a patch of spears right here. So I actually didn't lose any time besides the death and having to grab the spears here. Okay, fine. See, so yeah, that's the animation for grabbing them on the ground. Throw the baby instead. Wow, Taru. Alright, through 2 spears. I meant to hit the bear trap with the second one, but I guess I just decided to jump over it instead. Kind of forgot you could do that. Also, after I get off from a climb or a rail, I jump and I immediately get running speed back. I don't know why, but in those situations, 1 jump is enough to get your running speed back. Also, here, throw 1 spear to stun him again, and then walk past him. Alright, so I technically threw that spear too early. The snake saw it coming and dodged. But it disables his trigger zone for the encounter. Also, those mash B to fill a bar things I've been talking about, we call that an encounter. But yeah, it does mean that I can't jump on that climb to make it go faster, because that's gonna drag me back into the trigger zone. Now I need to hit this early, because look! Here, look how far I was in the last one. Those rooms are not aligned perfectly. Like, not even good. I don't know why I said perfectly. They're like very bad. Oh my! Break the cage, please. See, that's what I don't want. That's the running attack animation. You're playing DQ7 in the background. Seems like a good use of time. You know, Dragon Quest is a great series. Alright, so yeah, that's a place where you can really see that rail jumping is definitely a thing. Alright, so I'm continuously jumping here. Similar to the lasso guy, if you stay on the ground for too long, like the lasso binds you immediately, but the spider you have a little bit of time. But yeah, if you stay on the ground for too long, the spider will bind you in a web, then approach you and try to drink you. Like, I'm not making that up. He literally is drinking you when you're stuck in a web, stuck in a cocoon. Like he starts making motions that look like he's drinking you, and your health drains. I have 2 spears. That should be enough. Please don't fall off, Tarzan. Right, so stun him, walk past him, throw the spear to open that vine. And yeah, that's that stage done. Also, with the mistakes that there have been, I'm pretty sure World Record is dead. But, you know... But we're not here for World Records. World Records are nice to get, but that's not what we're here for. I mean, we're here to be decent here at Decent Speedies. Also, here's the second surfing stage, so yeah. So, again, to reiterate how formulaic this game is, the second world had 2 jungle exploration stages, as the game calls it. Oh god, I have not been here in a long while. So yeah, being on ground is slow, but at least you don't get damaged on it. Whoa. Avoid the water snakes. So yeah, the waterways here are too wide to use back bonking to take turns efficiently and keep our momentum going. So here I'm going to use the main property of it of not taking damage whatsoever. I hit that one on the side, so that didn't damage me. Also, move. Weave, hit the wall and jump. That's a part I specifically routed out super tightly. But the rest of it is just kind of improv. How you go. Just do what you can to survive. Also, hello camera being on the water. Alright, good back bunk there. Water snakes, I call them eels. They're not eels though. They're literally snakes going across the surface of the water. Also, yeah, any film rules I pick up is purely because it would take time to avoid them, and yeah, there's no time loss from picking them up. But they're not mandatory, so we're not going out of our way to get them, and we're not going out of our way to avoid them. Like, we're literally playing the game as if there weren't any. Thank God you can redirect Tarzan's orientation in midair, so you can actually like turn away from things and back bonk. Let's see. Yeah, this is the end of the stage, and I have 10 health, which means I'm good. Can't die, because there's snakes at the very end here. If they hit you, and it kills you, and those snakes do 5 damage, you reach the end of the stage, but you die, and you have to do the entire stage over again. The stage movement is pretty intense. Mostly because the physics get very wonky and volatile in the surfing stages. Alright, so here's the last proper stage of the game. We unfortunately have to go through it twice. Fortunately, the second time is very short. Alright, so there's no way to get spears or get around this, so we have to take this encounter. And since we'll be coming back here later, we'll have to do this encounter again. That's one piece where, yeah, mashing your mashing speed actually does matter. So yeah, that side path with the box, that's where we actually need to go. But we can't access it yet, because there's baboons at the top. Like, it's too high up. There's baboons at the top. And when you get their help... when you get their help... Okay, so I was meant to kill him, but I did it wrong and got the encounter instead. Alright, 10 health is fine to get in here. Oh, yeah, so that's my health. It's 25 max health, so and you can see the segments. I currently, as you can see right now, I currently have 11 at the top left. And yeah, there has been no, there hasn't really been any testing on the PS2 version of the game, mostly because nobody runs it, because, you know, with the region locking and everything, and this game being 50 Hz on PAL versions, I would need to get a, an NTSC PS2, or get a PlayStation 2 mod chipped, and then get the import that, so...
Thank goodness.
So yeah, so just you just HD load games. I don't know how that works. Also, just because this run is so good, I'm not gonna meme around with arachno warnings. Normally, when the run isn't going super smoothly, I do. Pointing out when there's spiders and then warning people, potential people in chat who may have arachnophobia. Oh, I can spear him. Again, baby on board. Oh god, he actually hit me. Damn it, Gary. We call him Gary. Gary the dual-wielded gunman. Were you just warned on? It's not a warning if you say it afterward.
Hello, clan.
Alright, I'm in a standstill position, so jump. Post warning. Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. Ooh. Alright, just climbing sideways, which is... This is the only place where we're doing a lot of sideways climbing. Spear that guy as fast as we can. Get into a position where we can make the jump. Just because Taru said it, I'm not warning you about that spider. Alright, good spears. So one thing I haven't explained, that there's actually ammo management in this game. When you pick up spears, you get 5. 5 is the cap. But if you can physically touch a spear, then you get it back. Also here, we wait for the counter to come in, we pause the game and exit. Now normally this doesn't work, because exiting before you legitimately finish the stage doesn't unlock the next stage. But the thing is, that exit doesn't unlock the next stage anyway, so we can actually do that early exit. Now, I always kind of hype this up as a super difficult part, but honestly, I've run this game so much that I'm setting myself up for hubris and saying that it has become pretty easy and free. Alright, didn't lose to hubris. Also another optimization, we can pause the game and quit out. The game only checks to see if you've gotten the film reel. And yeah, as I mentioned before, game stores progress as soon as you get it. It doesn't work on the first one. I tried, but that on that one you're unable to pause once you've gotten the film reel. But for some reason it works on this bungee, so we use it. You know, nice free little time save. Alright, so... Making my way down the slide. Countering snakes. Fighting them hard. I don't know. I didn't think anywhere past the first line. Damn it, I was hoping I could make something of that. So we take spears again. Now there's an enemy that comes down. We're gonna leave him. So I initiated the yell. And that starts the baboons helping me. But I get hit on purpose to cut the animation. To cut the animation short. Alright. Now here's the final thing. Yeah, as I mentioned before, which is a phrase I've said way too many times in this run. Yeah, 3 hits, 5 buttons. You know, just out of curiosity and allowing myself to choke it right at the end, I want to ask people what the timer's saying.
I'm taking you.
39:22. Well, okay, that's 2 seconds behind. Well, that's not a world record. Because world record, that means we just passed world record. World record is 39:22. 39:45. By the way, Warwick, get ready on time. Time is going to be when on the last button press here on this final combo. 6 hours, 19 minutes, 41 seconds. Nice, Taru. But yeah, that means this will be a low 40, maybe high 49, high 39. Oh yeah, that was time, by the way, on the B button. I forgot to call it. Damn it. I can let this cutscene play because the run's done. 40:02 on my call. That is one of the world records. That's the that was world record before the 39:20. Oh yeah, that is my that is a tie for my best marathon time.
No, don't touch.
Back at BSG Annual 2018 in August of 2018 is when I got a 40:02, and that was marathon world record at the time. So I tied marathon world record. And yeah.
Wow! This is great!
Let's retime to actual. I should have had splits running, honestly.
Shadows. Tarzan's been collecting film reels.
Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. I kind of make that decision at
That's
random.
you. And that's only one reel. Who
Probably
knows how
beat
much
it by a
film you
bit.
lost, my boy? There could be a whole
Well, it's probably not at
story.
the 39, but we got mega close to a 39, which I'm very content with. You know, setting the bar nice and high for everyone else, the rest of the marathon. No, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I'm very honored to have done the first ever run in Decent Speedies history. And I do say history because I have a lot of faith that this event is going to be continuing and doing more events. It's downhill from here, potentially. Potentially. I don't know. I'm expecting at least 1 PB. Maybe not world record, but I'm expecting at least 1 PB at any point during this marathon. Well, yeah, guys. That was... You're a beast. Dude, normally I'm humble, but I want to say that this was sick. The only big mistakes were the death. The death on, you know, just after I got the first baby monkey. That I lost my spears and stuff. And the accidental re-enterings of the stage. Those are the only major mistakes. Everything else went amazingly well. You know, didn't like got all 8 film reels on the surfing and water skiing stages. You know, didn't miss anything there. Time for soft lock. Yeah, we definitely do. We definitely have time for the soft lock. It's like less than 2 minutes. You may remember where I was talking about it, so that's the point where I'm gonna play the stage up to. As to not wreck the schedule after getting such a good time. Like getting such a good time and then wrecking the schedule would be awful. That would be really bad. I'm not gonna go for it more than once. I only have 1 shot at it basically, because if I miss it, well, if I die, I get another shot. If I miss it and I get in the trunk instead, I can't get out until I get, yeah, I can't die until I get out of it. And that's already... And yeah, that's, at that point I already have hit the checkpoint and I miss it. More bird punching. Pleasing the people who love to see that. And probably calling upon the hate on the people who don't want me seeing, want to see me doing that. Okay, so yeah, this is what happens when you get too close. So yeah, you saw me walking around it. I missed it this time. Good to know, Taru. Alright, let's free this guy. You saw nothing, Taru. Don't pretend. You saw nothing. Alright, so we're here. So to trigger this soft lock, I need to hit a specific point at the bottom of that trunk that you slide in. Alright, so I will get on this. Jump off and missed it. So yeah, as I can show here, I can't get out of this. And yeah, if I die here... Yeah, I get right back here. So I'll ask Decent Speedies. I'll ask, yeah, mod judgment on this. Can I try one more time? You've now seen how long it takes me to get there. Am I allowed one more attempt? Estimated time. You saw how long it took me. It's like less. It's like a minute. It's like 1.5 minutes. Yeah, one more. Okay, I'll try one more time. If I fail it now, then we'll call it a day. If I fail it and you still want to see it, I'll link a clip in chat where I do successfully pull it off, so you guys can see it. We have like 10 till next run, and so it looks good. Okay, yeah, I'll give it one more try. I'm not gonna keep trying this until I get it. I'll give it one more shot. So what I think happened there is I jumped off too early. Also, one thing I did here that I didn't explain is I skipped that lily pad. I don't think it saves any time, but it looks cool. Okay. Oh yeah. Is that the goofy sound? I don't know if that was good.
Have you seen the children?
All right, let's actually walk around it this time. I have no idea. I tried. What a nice one, he just is there. Yeah, I don't know why they made the trigger zone not extend to the full thing. Alright, cross your fingers, everyone.
Have you seen the children?
We're here. To be fair, I haven't done this soft lock in a while. Got it! No, cross, Taru, I said cross. We got it! So you're continuously hearing the sliding noise and a baby monkey as well. And yeah, you just get stuck on this screen. I can bring up the HUD, but I can't do anything else. Like, here, I'm pressing buttons. I can't pause, however. It's not a hard lock, it is a soft lock of the level. And I can quit out. Oh, nice 50 bits there, Paul. So yeah, if in case it wasn't clear already, I know this game very, very well. Anyways, that was it for me for runs. Well, I say plural, but it's just this one. So that's my run for Decent Speedies. Once again, thank you very much to the Decent Speedies staff for not only accepting this game, but letting me open the event. No, thank you. And I'm gonna stop you right there before we're gonna start getting the no thank you, no thank you, no thank you loop. Anyways, next up we got the game I've forgotten the name of, Wizards and Warriors something 3 directors because you staff. I guess that works. Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Taru. Wizards and Warriors 3 Kuro's Vision of Power, All Guilds Greatness by Marky Dan. Taking Warwick's hosting job away from him. Anyways, I've gone on long enough. Thank you guys, and I'll be seeing you guys around. We'll see. I'll see you guys in chat. Goodbye.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town.
All right, thank you again to DoubleDubbel with their run of Tarzan. How about that soft lock? Only takes 2 tries. I don't know, I feel like that is something that's so tough that 2 tries is actually really good. We are currently at $38 raised, and if you would like to donate, make sure to type in !EL into your chat, and you will get a command on how to do that.